What's going on, everybody? It's been, I will say, maybe like a week and a half or 2 weeks since I posted, and this phrase kept coming to my head. Who are you? And I remembered another phrase or something that I've told you guys before that I've heard from Pastor Mike Todd, which says, God can't bless who you pretend to be. And both of those came to mind. Today is not overly biblical as much as it is, uh, I would say, enlightening or remembrance of you. If you see behind my head, you see I have this towel here. And remember, I said I needed a contractor a while ago. So my window started leaking again. And so I put the towel there because I got to protect the wood for now until somebody can come out. But anyway, back to today's message, which is, who are you? Who are you? I am putting this out here to the entire world, not necessarily about me, but about you, remembering who you are. And it made me go to the scene in Lion King, and I had to go, I didn't have to look hard. Uh, I kept hearing, who are you? And you know how that's in that Beyonce song and it's in Lion King in the remake, but it's originally in the first Lion King, which was made in 1994. And the scene talks. It's where Simba is. He's in a place and he meets Rafiki again that he hadn't seen in a long time. And if you don't know the reference, you need to go out and watch Lion King. But Rafiki is the monkey, and he says, "Who are you?" And he was like, pretty much kind of like we do. I'm Devin. Who are you? And he say, no, who are you? And it goes, it's a 4 minute scene. I'll try to put it in the 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 description of this video, but you should watch it. Even though it's a cartoon, those of you that remember the 1994 Lion King, I was in the 7th grade at the time, and I'm 40 now, so you do the math. But anyway, or I might have been in the 8th grade. Don't know. 94, I was 14, so oh no. Yeah, I was in the 8th. I was turning 14, and I was in the 8th grade. Yeah. Anyway, um, I love this movie, and I love this scene because sometimes we get to these places and we don't realize or we don't remember who we are because of all of our brokenness or all of our hurt, all of our pain, all of our strife, everything that we suffer. And so it's hard for us to remember who we are. But we're a child of God first and foremost. No matter what we've been through, no matter what people have done to us, we are always, first and foremost, a child of the Most High God. No sin, no anything can keep us far from Him. He's always right with us. It's us that stray away. I it just keeps sitting in my head because you know how I talked about before. A lot of times we say, well, when I get right, or when I get this, or when I can do that, then I'll be better. And then I'll give my life to Christ, or then I'll go to church. But God knows who you are already. It's the problem is you don't know who you are, and you don't realize what you're worth. It, and this is gonna sound extra, but it doesn't matter how vulgar you are, how uh, freaky your mind might be, or whatever it is that you like sexually, or whatever it is that you um, like your desires, or whatever it is like that you fantasize about. None of that can keep you away from God. And I think we get confused by that sometimes because somebody said that we were maybe made us feel shame about it, or made us feel like we were dirty or whatever it is. And this is not just meant um, in that manner, it's also in life in general. Okay, if you eat Pringles and I eat Lay's, I can't shame you for eating Pringles. I know this is a very generic thought process, but just look at it like that. I can't shame you for eating Pringles just because I eat Lay's. You just have a different preference than me, and we have to be able to accept that about people. Either you're gonna be a part of it or you're not, but you don't have to judge them. And that's where we mess up, is because we judge people. We're very much a judgmental bunch. We're very much thinking, and our thought process is always you know we're in this judging mode. But God loves you, the the Pringle eater, just like he loves me, the Lay's eater. You know what I'm saying? Or you only drink water and I only drink soda. How can you drink water? Ugh, blah 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 blah. No, it's not about those things. If God sees that there's something really wrong with your desires or your wants or whatever that is, that still doesn't change who you are and what He has for you. All it is that's your preference. All it is that's your life, that's your lifestyle. And prayerfully, you can find somebody that is okay with your lifestyle, okay with your ways. It doesn't stop the love, because as long as God ordains it and He's okay with it, that's all that matters. Um, and then also, if we take it as far as um, what's the easy one? When we think about who we are, it's not about what you do. It's what's the makeup of who you are inside. And if God lives in you, you are a child of God. And the thing that we forget is God lives in us regardless. God is always there. He's living in us. The thing is, like we've always heard, there's two seeds. One is good, one is bad. Which one are you feeding? Which one are you trying to relay across? And I'm not saying who you pretending to be and how you pretend um to be this good person or this, that, and the third. I'm talking about how who you are. Who you are lives in you regardless, and it's gonna come out. You gotta let it out. And there was a scene in the Lion King movie that, it was funny, but then it's like it was really a aha moment. At the end, after Mufasa appears to Simba and he sees, you know, that he's there and he's chasing after him or whatever, and he keeps saying, "Remember who you are." Um, Simba said, Simba says, "I can't go back because of my past." We run from things, and I understand this. We run from things because we don't want to remember the past, or we don't want anybody to remember our past of who we were. And so Rafiki did something. He hit him over the head, and he was like, "Ow, why you do that?" He said, "It doesn't matter. It's the past." He said, "Either you," no, he didn't say either. He said, "What's in the past is in the past. So you learn from it." And so he swung at him again and he ducked. And that's kind of how we have to be in life. The first time something's done to us or we're hurt, it hurts. But the next time it comes our way, we don't have to be silly enough to allow it to hit us again. We got to duck. We got to, do what you need to do to get out of the way or get out of the line of fire of what's hurting you. Remove yourself from that. You just, what they say, bob and weave, like boxers do, or you gotta slide, like you gotta do that. If that's what you need to do, do it. That way you're not hurt by it. You learn from it. And then also in that scene, after he ducks, he was like, well, what are you going to do? And he says, first, I'm going to take your stick. And he took his stick and he threw it. And kind of, that's how we need to act when dealing with people. We got to take that power back. Because what hurt him was what hit him. But now I can take it, throw it away, and then I'm walking away from it. Because then he runs off back to where he's from. And I thought that that was a great analogy. I hope that you can see it with a bigger set of eyes. A lot of times, kids' movies, starting in the early 90s, they stopped being just kid movies. They started teaching you a little bit more. I think, well, kids' movies have always done that, but we pay attention to it more as adults. So I ask that you go back. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description so you can watch the little 4-minute clip. But I ask that you take this time to reflect on who you are. Who you are is not what people have done to you. Is not what you've done to other people. Is not the life that you live right now. Is not your food or beverage preference. Is not your sexual preference. Is not any of that. Who you are is what's on the inside of you. Who you are is what you display before the world, that comes out of your heart. That is who you are. So I pray that you come to terms with whatever it is and whoever you are, and allow God to continue to work in it and bless it the more. Stay up, stay blessed, and know that you are loved. God loved you first, and He always does. And I hope you realize is that you are a child of God. That's who you are. And that's what truly lives inside of you. Be blessed.